bisection method. This time we're going to use the Casio ClassPad in order to create the spreadsheet. Alright, the bisection method is for finding the approximate solutions of equal 0. Well, it separates the interval and subdivides the interval in which the root of the equation lies. So let's find out, well, these are the steps to follow. Well, we're going to find 2 points. Let's say we have got a polynomial function that looks like this. Let's say, oops, pen. Alright, now there is a root up there. Let's say that the root of this function, in other words, the value of x, is in between a and b, so those 2 points. And we're going to find out the immediate substitute the value of a times the value of b back into the polynomial function f of x, and that is less than 0, then there is a root in there. And we keep doing it until we get a converging and a value, in other words, until we get the required. Let's do this example using bisection method. Let's say we have this equation, x cubed plus 3x plus 6 has one real solution which lies in the interval -2 and -1. Find this real solution correct to 2 decimal places. So now we need to do a couple of iterations. So doing that using a spreadsheet, it's going to be a tedious process. So the programming this in our CAS calculators makes things a lot easier. Alright, now E activity, select that. So we're going to define the function. Oops, do this one. Yep, that's loaded, and put the cursor up here. Alright, now select the square root of alpha. Okay, we're just gonna put the cursor up there, and we're just gonna name that as to be bisection method. Bisection method, and put the cursor up here, the down window, and resize it to make it a little bit bigger so that you can. Alright, now I'm just gonna say define f of x. Alright, okay, x is gonna go here. X cubed plus 3x plus 6. I've defined that, so we're going to store a value because this one here, so which lies in the interval -2 and -1. So let's just store those values. So -2, so we're going to store that as to be a, that's the lower value, and we're just going to put the column, and that's your column, and we're just going to do the same thing again. This time -1. Store that as to be b. Alright, now we're gonna get the presses. Okay, so this one's here. Okay, now put the midpoint. So we're gonna put the midpoint this time. We're gonna go up to the keyboard. Alright, keyboard. And the fraction template, a plus b divided by 2, and put a comma, f of x substituted a plus b. Alright, now let's get that one sorted. A plus b, so that's basically what we're doing. And put this one here, the bracket there, just take the up bracket, otherwise the calculator will not accept it. There we go. Alright, now we're just going to close that. Okay, now put the cursor down there. Alright, go back to where you were before. So now here, put the spreadsheet, and this is our spreadsheet. Here we go. Beautiful. So we're just going to call this as bisection method 1, maybe. So because we want to use the spreadsheet this time, we have defined our function. Alright, now put the cursor up there where it is the cell, the spreadsheet, and resize it to make it bigger. Alright, now we already defined the function, we don't need to define it again. Alright, we put there it, which is iterations, couple of iterations, we just want to do it. We put here a, we put b there, we put the midpoint, which was our m. Oops. So m. Alright, and we're just going to say f of F substituted A. Alright, I'm going to move on to the next cell. Okay, F substituted B. F substituted M. So we're going to substitute the value of M into there. Alright, now let's put the conditions now. We're almost done there. Alright, now let's put the conditions. So now the iterations, we're just going to start the initial, which is 0. Alright, we better put the cursor up here to the second cell, the third cell this time. Alright, now put the edit field on field sequence, because we want to get the sequence from 0 to, to whatever iterations you want to do. So let's say so expression of x plus 1. So every x value, add 1 to it. Basically, that's what you're telling. The lowest value is 0. And the highest value, we're going to call it 20 maybe. Yeah? I'm just going to put 20. Alright, now press enter. Okay, here we go. It does from 0, 1. So it's basically increasing by 1. Alright, that's what you want it to do. Alright, now our initial guess was -2. So we're going to put -2 there. Alright. Okay, so we're going to put the cursor up there. We're going to put our initial guess. Alright, now we've done that. Alright, now we move on to the the midpoint. We put the equal sign there, and the midpoint is basically cell B2 and cell BC2. So those are the ones we're going to use. Alright, we're going to put the equal sign, put the bracket, and B2 plus C2 divided by 2. So you press enter. We're going to do so this time here. We're going to substitute. So that's going to be B2. So F substituted B2. And we're going to do the same thing again. F substituted C2. And the last one, we put the equal sign first. F substituted D2. Remember, your D2 is your midpoint. Alright, now that's all sorted. Now, I want to do the field now. So this is where I want you to pay attention. Put the cursor here. The initial guess, that was the initial given guess. So now we need to use this, this conditions now. Alright, this is how you put the condition. You put the equal sign first. Put the calculation, cell calculation, cell if. Alright, now we're going to put the F, and we're going to put 2 brackets. Alright, we're going to say B2 plus C2 plus C2, close your bracket, is less than 0. Then put a bracket again. Alright, we're going to say B2 plus C2 comma divided by 2. So you have to have it, comma B. So if that is less than, if you substitute, if the midpoint substituted, must have missed something there. That was supposed to be divided by 2. Divided by 2 is better. I've divided that by 2. So select B, cell B2. So if that's less than 0, select B2. So let's press execute. Alright. Okay, so I must have left something there. Okay, what have I left with the brackets? Yeah, so it looks like I left the bracket somewhere there. So this one here. So just to make sure all your brackets are all correct, otherwise the calculator will not actually read. So this is how you do it. Alright, so that make sure all the brackets are correct. Okay, let's do the same thing again here. Oops. Okay, so press execute. Okay, now we could do the field, put the cursor there, and make sure you select. Oops, let me just do it again. We're just going to select first up to the cell we want to finish. Let's say up to there, because when you have a handheld, you probably have to do it twice. Okay, now field. We're going to say range, press OK. So that's the condition. Alright, we're going to do the same thing in the values will change, obviously. Alright, now we put the cursor up there, put the equal sign, and we do again the cell calculation, cell if, and put a F, 2 brackets. Alright, this time I'm gonna put the B2 plus C2 bracket. Just to make sure you don't actually mix the brackets this time. Alright, okay, so put the division sign 2, then close the bracket and the less than sign. So greater than sign before we use less than sign to the left side, greater than 0, press comma. Okay, we're gonna put a bracket this time, bracket B2 plus C2 and divided by 2 comma C2. So this time, if that's greater than 0, so for cell B, choose and C. Okay, we're going to do the same thing again. We're just going to say select all up there. Let's see how much we can go, up to 23 up there. Or we're just going to say fill range. Okay, so that's the numbers change, as I said. Alright, let's do the same thing here again, and we're just going to have to say select all. Well, this time, can I select the whole lot? I'm just going to select the whole thing. I think I need to put the equal sign there. Let me just fix that. Put the equal sign, otherwise you're not going to get a value. I'm just going to select all those. Oops. Alright, let's select all those. Alright, now I'm going to select all those and make it fill now. Fill. And press OK. Off you go. Now as you can see now, it's actually converging. The number is actually converging. As you can see, the number is become -1. So as you did a couple of iterations, so the numbers the A and B are actually getting the same. So once you get to that stage, that is exactly what you are after. Find the real solution. So in this case here, our real solution is negative. So our x value is negative 1.29 for 2 decimal places. Alright, I hope that's clear. If anything is not clear, leave it in the comment section. And bye for now.